Yo, what's up guys, I'm the Fire King, and today I have our TEE Season 2 Week Number 4 matchup. And we're going up against a good buddy of mine that goes by the name of XRN. He is coach of the Philadelphia P.Phiones. And we're both coming to this Week Number 4 matchup undefeated. We're both 3-0. And we're first place because our differential is 1 point higher than his. We're at plus 11, he's at plus 10. Like I said, we're the last two undefeated teams of the league. One of us will get our first loss, the other will remain undefeated. Hopefully it's us. But like I said, XRN is a very good opponent. It's going to be a tough battle. And, before I get into the battle, the quick usual shoutouts. Quick shout out to my good buddy Bill Standish and the OP Jealousit, who do my thumbnails for me, so I will leave their links down below. Make sure to go check them out for me. Like I said, they're super cool guys. And back into this matchup. I knew it was going to be a hassle for me. It was going to be kind of rough, because my only way of hazard removal on my team is him on top. And as you guys see, he has a chandelier that could spin block me. So with that said, I knew he was gonna, during team building, I knew he was gonna hazard stack me, because he has options. He basically has all the options to hazard stack me. He has rocks. He has webs, spikes, toxic spikes. I wasn't so worried about the toxic spikes because I have my Mega Venusaur that could absorb them. But like I said, spikes, rocks, and webs was going to be a hassle. And with that said, a quick breakdown of my team. I got my the Captain M.Victinis over here, of course. If I'm not mistaken, he was a special set or a mix set. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a mix set. And then I got my Mega Venusaur, especially defensive with like Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Toxic Synthesis, physically defensive Lando with the leftovers, EQ, Knockoff, U-Turn, and Rock Slide, Greninja, Extra Belt, physical attacking Greninja with like Waterfall, Night Slash, what was it? I think Ice Punch and U-Turn, if I'm not mistaken. Especially defensive Registeel holding the leftovers with like Iron Head, EQ, Seismic Toss, and Toxic. Or Stealth Rock, sorry. No, what was it? Iron Head, EQ, Stealth Rocks, and Toxic. Sorry about that. And then I got my, like I said, him on top. Physically defensive with the leftovers. With like Mach Punch, Toxic, Rapid Spin, and Sucker Punch. So I could hit the Chandelier. And he brought his Scolipede, his Shuckle, his Chandelier, his Excadrill, Latias, it's Mega Latias, and Sneasel. And I predicted him to start out with the Shuckle so he could get webs up right away and stop M.Victinis. And, well, not stop, but, make M.Victinis slow and make Greninja slow. So with that said, I'm going to lead Greninja. Let's hit play. He ends up leading with the Scolipede. I got that lead wrong. I don't want to take a Mega Horn. So I switch on to Lando. And he's going to start hazard stacking me. He goes for spikes, and I predict him to switch out. I didn't think he was going to stay in here, so I believe I just went for a knockoff as he gets his second layer of spikes. And I just said how hazards are going to be a big pain in this matchup. And here I go for an EQ as he gets his third layer of spikes up. And the EQ doesn't kill the Scolipede. Here he goes for an Aqua Tail. Sorry, I basically eat it up. Here we go for a knockoff, knocking out the Scolipede. We're up 6-5. He goes on to his Sneasel. I don't want to take an Ice Heart or an Icicle Crash, so I go into him on top as he goes for an Icicle Crash. And my Himato's already at 50% after coming in on those spikes. Here, obviously, I want to go for Rapid Spin, but I'm not going to, because this is obviously he's going to go into Chandelier and spin block me. So I just go to my him on top, hit that Toxic, and start whittling down this him on top, this Chandelier. Here I go for a Sucker Punch on his incoming Flamethrower. And here, I thought he was going to predict me to go for another Sucker Punch, and he was going to switch out. So I'm going to hit Toxic, and as long as he doesn't go into Excadrill, and if he goes into Excadrill on my Toxic, it's fine, because I can Mach Punch him and get a good amount of damage on him. So here I predict him to switch out, expecting him to predict me to go for another Sucker Punch. But as you guys see here, he stays in. I should have just clicked Sucker Punch. And now these spikes are here to stay. And he is whittled with the Toxic. I go to Greninja. I'm just going to click Waterfall and knock out the Chandelier. And Now he goes on to his Latias. It's Mega Latias. He gets that Mega Evolution button up. I go for a Night Slash. It does 64% to him. And here he goes for a T-Ball and knocks me out. And the game is now tied 4-4. So here I'm going to my Registeel. And I believe I just clicked... what did I click if I'm not mistaken? I think just Seismic Toss. And he switches on to the Excadrill. I get a little bit of leftover recoveries. I don't want to take an EQ. So I'm going to switch on to Lando. Get that Intimidate drop. As he goes for an Iron Head, he gets a crit. The crit sucks. Because now Lando's not going to be able to live that much longer. But it's part of the game. I go for an EQ on his incoming Shuckle. And here I believe I just click U-turn and get out of here. As he's probably going to set up his webs. So I'm going to Mega Venusaur here. Come in on Spikes. As he goes for Stealth Rocks. Which sucks because now the rocks are here to stay. I go for Giga Drain. Basically, he eats it up. He goes for Infestation, which is okay. I'm just going to click Toxic here. And start whittling down this Shuckle. But like I said, it's not looking good for us because now we got Spikes on our side of the field. We got Webs and we got Rocks. So it's going to be a tough battle to try to win this one. But as of right now, we're tied 4-4. And the Shuckle's slowly but surely dying. I'm just going to click Synthesis here. As he goes for Infestation. Obviously, I eat it up. And the Shuckle goes down there. And here it goes on to Latias. I don't want to take a Psychic or a Side Shock. I'm going to switch out into Victini. Basically just sacking it off. And you see, I just came in on hazards. And I was at 51% if I'm not mistaken. And here Double Psychic will knock me out. And here I go into Registeel. I'm just going to click Seismic Toss. And he switches out here. Probably into the Excadrill. No, into the Sneasel. As I went for Seismic Toss. And here I was scared of like a low kick or something. But I said, hey, I'm just going to stay in. As he goes for an Icicle Crash. But he gets the flinch on my Iron Head. And here he goes for another Icicle Crash. He gets a crit. And I'm going to click Iron Head, but he gets a flinch. And I'm like, man. Come on, game. And here he goes for a Pursuit, waiting for me to knock him out. And I go for Iron Head and knock out the Sneasel. And now he goes on to the Excadrill, and I know he's going to set up. So I'm just going to click EQ. He goes for Swords Dance. I click EQ. And here he's going to knock me out, obviously, with the next EQ. He goes for Iron Head, sorry. He gets a crit. The crit didn't matter at that point. And here I'm going to go on to Lando. I get hit by Rocks. And here he goes for Iron Head and knocks me out. That Intimidate drop didn't matter. Well, I lowered his attack, but it still was enough to knock me out. I go into my Mega Venusaur, which is my last hope, but I know I can't take an EQ or nothing because I'm specially defensive. And here he knocks me out. And that is GG to my good buddy XRN. And now he's in first place in the league with 4-0 and a plus 12. And we're in second place with a 3-1 record now and a plus 9 differential. Like I said, now we're in second place. But top 4 teams make playoffs, so we're still in a playoff spot. Like I said, we're still in a playoff spot. Second place is still good, but I want that first place, and I want those back-to-back championships. And those hazards were a pain. But Lando picked up a kill, Greninja picked up a kill, Venusaur picked up 1 kill, and Registeel picked up 1 kill. And it's our first loss here in the TE this season. But we're gonna bounce back. And I think that's about it. And with that said, I will catch you guys next time. Later.